Welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode here on FC24, where today we have West Ham to kick things off in the Premier League, and then we tick over into December where we have a semi-busy month. We have a double game against Manchester United, one in the league at the Emirates, and then one at Old Trafford in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, and then we also have Champions League action against AS Monaco, where we are currently sitting in that top 8. That's exactly where we want to be. We want to be in the top 8 after the 8 games. That way we don't have to play the playoff rounds from 9th through 24th. AS Monaco are struggling. They are sitting second to last, losing all 5 of their games. I wonder who they lost to be completely honest. I would go through it, but I don't necessarily care too much. And in fact, I do care a little bit. So let me go see who they lost to, and then I'll come back. Oh, I'll just say as I go. They lost to Barcelona 5-1. I don't care. Yeah, well, you know that. We have AS Monaco, so that should be an easy game. Should be an easy game. It probably won't be. It should be. And then Manchester United, and West Ham. So we'll play West Ham because they're actually 4th in the league. We'll play Man United because they're top 2, or they were top 2. Now they're 5th in the league. So Man United, West Ham, and we'll simulate through AS Monaco and play that if needed. This is a starting 11. We're going to take on take on West Ham. Gayorkas, who's been on fantastic form since we brought him in. He's been amazing. Saka down the right, Martinelli down the left, Merino down the middle. Let's get into it. And here we go. We got the Bubbles back at West Ham. Love to see that. Bubbles back plus the walkout. But we necessarily don't care about the walkout this game. Let's just get straight into the action. Solar! David Raya with the save. Gayorkas, Gekedes, Martin Odegard. Gekedes on his right foot. Finesse for Gayorkas. Arsenal 1, West Ham United 0. And the man on fire stays on fire. Into Odegard. Odegard over the top for Gekedes. He's in behind again against Mavropanos, the former Arsenal player. Gekedes off target. Oh, that's a foul, referee. We'll play on, though, says a ref. Can I get that advantage back, please? Declan Rice playing against his former club. Taking out Soler there. That's a decent ball in. Fulkrug was there. The new West Ham player was there to win the ball back, thankfully. It was not too bad of an effort for the keeper to save. Martinelli now switching the field over to Ben White. Ben White on the ground. Gekedes, first time finished on his left foot. He was offside. Down to Gekedes. Can Gekedes switch the field? Yes, he can. Over to Benjamin. Benjamin White crossed in. Back post for Gekedes. A little heavy on the cross there. Martinelli. Declan Rice. Martinelli on his right foot from distance. Gulashki with the great save there. It might go out for a corner. It will go out for a corner here for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta looks confused. He looks scared, to be honest. It's Bukayo Saka onside corner. Can Gabriel get to the header? No. Second ball. Martinelli headed back to Gekedes. Down to Merino from distance. That's always going over. And that is halftime. 1-0 to the Arsenal at the break. Gekedes with the go-ahead goal at the moment. Martin Odegaard. Giving all the space for the Long Rangers. Antonio now is in behind. Antonio! Is that going to be a foul on Saliba? It will be. Is it a penalty? Was it inside the box? I'm assuming Saliba is getting sent off here. He has to be getting sent off here. He's last man. That's just the edge of the box. Did he get sent off is the question. It's a penalty. It's inside the box. Saliba is still on the field. Did he even get a card for that? Don't know if he even got a card for that. But Soler, I'm going right. David Raya with this another fantastic penalty save. And Saliba is lucky to live another day. It's a corner here for West Ham. A couple changes are in it. Oh, Ben White's hurt now. A couple changes are in. Calafiori at left back. We go ahead and bring on Thomas Partey in that midfield for Mikel Merino. We bring on Havertz at striker and Waneri on at cam for Martin Odegaard. Cutting inside, his little cutback trait that he loves to do in real life. Antonio! David Raya with a fantastic save. West Ham waking up here. And we might have to take off Benjamin White. He's hurt. Havertz now. Can we find Saka on the counterattack? Can we create something on this counterattack? We have Waneri who stopped his run, so it's just a Bukayo Saka. At the moment, a one-on-one. Now another one-on-one. A one-on-5 now. He'll hold it up in for Kai Havertz, who made that run. That's beautiful work by Bukayo Saka. It's a great one by Kai Havertz. It's Arsenal 2, West Ham 0. And we're going to go ahead and pick up all 3 points here against a decent doing side in West Ham so far this season. Back to Waneri. Into Bukayo Saka. Now Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli. His shot deflected and blocked out for a corner. Bukayo on said corner. Crossed in for Calafiori. No. Declan Rice will get it at the edge of the box. Was going to go back out wide to Saka, but the game thought I wanted Waneri. So Waneri it is. Now Bukayo Saka on his left foot. Saved, and that should be game over. A 2-0 win over here against West Ham United. We go back to the Emirates. When we look to aim towards Manchester United at home with the win on our shoulders, with the momentum on our side. Now you scouts here. I am going to go ahead and play this next tournament. I'm going to play it off screen though. And then I'll show y'all whether or not if I win it or where I get kicked out. Now last time I got kicked out in the first game against Newcastle. I will show you the highlights, the goals essentially. If there are any goals, it'll probably be muted. And then we'll come back at the end of that. So let me go through these scout reports because I'm honestly not getting anything here, which is disappointing. I was hoping they would be a little bit better. I mean, this guy's worth the 1 million, but his potential is 63 to 80. So he's just awful. I was hoping for these top teams like Arsenal that the Youth Academy would be a little bit more juiced and not. Oh, I just deleted him. I don't really care. His potential didn't really look that good. I was hoping these guys will be a little bit more juiced for the top teams as you go on. Unfortunately, they're not. Unfortunately, they're still kind of horrible. And we lose in the semifinals to Tottenham. You'll see on your screen there if I put in that little highlight that I scored. I was down 2-0 here against Tottenham. Scored 2 in really a minute. I had a minute left. Scored 2 in a row. And then I conceded when I was trying to fix my AirPod in my ear. And they scored. And so, yeah, we've been eliminated from the tournament. But honestly, the likes of Pierce, Williamson, they're decent ballers. There's some decent ballers on there. I really like Williamson for sure. Williamson and Pierce, I really liked playing with them. So, yeah, there's that. Now we have Manchester United in the Premier League where we are second. They are fifth. We are looking to close that gap against Manchester City. They did finally lose a game. Who did they lose to? They lost to, they beat Liverpool. Manchester City, they beat Brighton. Who did they lose to their first game of the season? They lost to Tottenham. We're now 5 points behind Manchester United or Manchester City. Let's get into the game against Manchester United at the Emirates. Calafiori is going to start on the left-hand side. Sterling is also going to start on the left-hand side. So those are only 2 changes in this game. Let's get into it here. And so here is Manchester United's lineup for this game. A 4-2-3-1 formation. Onana in net. Luke Shaw, Delit, Martinez, and Mazraoui at back four. Menu and Ugarte in the midfield. Garnacho, Fernandes, and Diallo. And then Jose Luis Marto, I don't know who that is, as their main striker. Game striker? Main striker. Can we get off to a bright start here? Saka might be in behind already. Bukayo Saka against Matheus de Ligt. Bukayo Saka against Onana. And Onana with the first save of the day. Declan Rice now. Gabriel saved. Odegard rebound in. Arsenal 1. Manchester United 0. The captain of this Gunner side has a lead off of a rebound. And we take an early lead here against Manchester United. Onana did well to get the save there. Just parried it right to Odegard, who made that run. Luke Shaw crossed in. Gabriel from heading it down to one end, heading it down to his keeper on the other end. In a matter of moments, out wide to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling on the ground into Gyökeres. And Gyökeres to make it 2. His shot's off target. Oh, it's Joselu. That's who their striker is. And he plays a beautiful ball into Diallo. And Diallo is going to be able to draw a level here where we should be up 2, maybe even 3, you could argue. We're level now. And it's 1-1. Bukayo. Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard surely took a deflection off of Delit. It didn't. Wow. Ahmed. Raya with the save. Trying to keep this level going to the halftime break here. It's a corner. It'll be Bruno Fernandes to take said corner. In towards Joselu. David Raya comes to punch it away, and that should be halftime. 1-1 here against Manchester United. Garnacho's in behind. I was focusing on subs for a second. Garnacho, thank the Lord for David Raya. Martin Odegaard. Bukayo Saka. Gyökeres, he's in behind. He's splitting into defenders. He's getting past Onana. It's his first of the day. It's 2-1 for Manchester United. To the control of the wire. What is going on? What is going on? David Raya with the save. Ben White read that ball all the way around. And now Bukayo Saka. Now Bukayo Saka. Now Bukayo Saka. Martin Odegaard's down, injured. Martin Odegaard, please. No. Oh, and it's an instant stop as well. That's a torn ACL. Martin Odegaard's season is probably over. Warneri, it's your time to step up. Mainu tackled by Saliba. Declan Rice will help win the ball back as well. Tackled by Mainu. He'll lose the ball. And now Joselu against Gabriel. Against David Raya. Oh, my Lord. That's a beautiful, beautiful goal. And Manchester United are going to draw a level. And they might be able to steal a point away from home here at the Emirates. Warneri. Kai Havertz, kickoff goal for the ages. Kickoff goal for the ages! Kai Havertz, kickoff goal for the ages. Manchester United thought they were about to get a point. No, sir. Kai Havertz, King Kai, makes it 3-2 for, oh my Lord, my eardrums. Makes it 3-2 for Arsenal. I kind of feel bad for doing that, but it's happened to me so many times so far in this save. I will happily take that. Back to defending we go. Back to park the bus we go. Changing formation to a 5-back. I wonder who's going to sacrifice. Trossard. King Kai. Over the top for Bukayo. Luke Shaw will win that. That should be game over. Referee, blow your whistle. He does. Arsenal 3. Manchester United 2. We might have won this game, but we might have just lost Odegaard for the rest of the season here. And that will be a massive loss. Wolves beat Everton 3-0. Crystal Palace beat Ipswich 2-0. How long is Martin Odegaard injured for? Is the real question. I'm scared to see this. Martin Odegaard, he is out for 2 months. Broken metatarsal. He's not a torn ACL like I thought it was. He's only out for 2 months. So we don't even have to think about replacing him in January because he'll be gone. I mean, he'll come back pretty much beginning of February. So Kai Havertz will essentially take his spot in that starting 11. I would trust Warneri, but Kai Havertz is going to take that spot for now. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we'll have plenty of time to rotate the team now as well. We are going to go ahead and start Neto in this game as well as Thomas Partey. Calafiori is probably going to be my starting left back from now on. I think I like him a little bit more than Yuri and Tibbert down the left-hand side. Kai Havertz at Cam. We are going to go ahead and simulate through this, and then we'll jump into that game against AS Monaco. We fall behind Golovin. 1-0 for Fulham. Gyökeres makes it 1-1 in the 82nd minute. We do only draw 1-1, unfortunately, with Gyökeres coming on late there. Manchester City dropped points to Crystal Palace. That was a chance for us to jump back in there and get a little bit more game time on us. A very heavily rotated team, forced heavily rotated team. Obviously, you know about Odegaard being out. What you don't know is that Saliba and Gyökeres are out on red card suspension, so they miss out on today's actions, which forces us to rotate the team really heavily. We have Zinchenko getting his first start in a while in the game at left back. We have Timber at right back, and then we have Tomiyasu, who's at right back, or we have Timber at center back. We have Tomiyasu, who hasn't seen the day of light in this save yet. At right back, his first start, his first game of his career here at Arsenal for this season, obviously. Kai Havertz starts at Cam. Gabriel Jesus starts to striker thanks to Gyökeres being out. Trossard on the bench. Sterling on the bench. Warneri will get some game time into this game. Let's get into it. We win this game. We go back into the top 8. We make a name for ourselves to try and get into that top 8. Skip on that playoff knockout round. A lot of work left to do against one of the worst teams in this Champions League this season, AS Monaco, losing all 5 of their games. We can't let them get at least a win here. We can let them get a point. We'll afford a point, but that's it. Now wide to Gabriel Martinelli. And Gabriel Martinelli, we might be seeing why AS Monaco have lost all first 5 of their games. Their defense isn't that great. It's a good save there from the keeper, though. into that midfield. Okay, it's going to go to Kai Havertz, actually. Then Declan Rice is where I wanted the ball initially. Now out wide to Tomiyasu. Welcome to Arsenal, buddy, again. It's Bukayo Saka. He's going to look to cut inside. Can he find Gabriel Jesus on his left foot? He'll turn, he'll shoot, he'll score. Arsenal will have the lead 1-0 here against AS Monaco. Kai Havertz. Tomiyasu is making that run. Tomiyasu is making that run, so we'll find him. Now Tomiyasu, what can you do? His save, rebound in, and Tomiyasu will double the lead for Arsenal. His first game of the season. His first goal of the season. Out wide to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka now down the right-hand side. Bukayo Saka, another heavy touch. Crossed in for Gabriel Jesus. He'll head it backwards, which then came off the defender's head and nearly went out for a corner. We'll go at halftime up 2-0. And in fact, we are going to go ahead and just jump to a result here so we can get into that game against Manchester United in this episode. We'll simulate through that game against Manchester United, but we'll jump in if need be. We win 3-0. We're back into the top 8 there in AS Monaco. Lose their 6th game in a row. Where does that put us in the Champions League? Have everybody played their 6 games? They have. Everybody have played their 6th game. We are now 6th with 2 games left to go. We need to get to 15, 18 points to get into that top 8 confirmed, or Barcelona to drop points. 8 or Barcelona, really everybody. Barcelona, Dortmund, Inter Milan, Liverpool, and Club Brugge. We are going to go ahead and just quick sim this game here against Everton. We draw 1-1. Kai Havertz, a draw in the 86th minute. Simulating the game here against Manchester United in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. You can see their starting 11. Big, Delo, Martinez, Yordo, Malacio, Ugarte, Mainu, Anthony, Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, and Joselu. We beat them with the kickoff goal last game out in the Premier League at the beginning, towards the beginning of this episode. See if we can beat them again this time. Not a kickoff goal. Garnacho opens up the scoring here for Manchester United, makes it 1-0. And who, of course, to draw a level for us is Gyökeres to make it 1-1. Gyökeres makes it 2-1 for Arsenal. We take the lead here. We win 2-1. Gyökeres comes on and scores 2 goals in 10 minutes to give us a win, and we are in the semifinals of the Carabao Cup, knocking off Manchester United. We just knocked off, I believe it was it Liverpool we knocked off last round? It was. Spurs knock off Manchester City on penalties. Nottingham Forest beat Brentford. Newcastle beat Everton on penalties as well. And so when we come back, we'll probably rush through the rest of December to be completely honest, because none of these games look really appetizing. We'll have Tottenham in the Carabao Cup, unfortunately, and we'll have Liverpool in the FA Cup. So we are getting put through the gauntlet in these cups. We played top 6 clubs besides the first round of the cup game there, which is absolutely insane. We also have Tottenham in the league, and then we have Zagreb and Girona. I'm gonna have to split this month up into 2, to be honest. It's gonna be insane. So yeah, we'll get through December, we'll get through January, we'll get through half through January, and then we'll go from there. We have 49 million to spend. I'm not really looking to spend it. We are 7 points behind Manchester City. I believe we have a game in hand though. No, we probably don't, because we drew a game. Yeah, we kept drawing games. We lost to Fulham. I think we lost to Fulham or we drew to Fulham, one of the 2. So yeah, we're 7 points behind Manchester City. So the league title isn't looking likely. Champions League, we're looking half decent in there. But for now, leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.